Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to your mom's favorite podcast. It's your boys, Big Papa and Bobby Hoops, with the Gold Standard College Basketball Podcast. Thank you for tuning in once again. Go ahead. Oh! Don't worry. I don't even need. Just
Hey. The basketball's not been great. Had a
actually
double kid bedtime tonight. My wife's enjoying a dinner with some friends, so it called
Good
for
for
the
her.
heavy. It called, yeah, good for her. She needs it. She deserves it. Good for her.
Yeah.
But that called for something a little harder than a liquid death or a Waterloo. Yeah,
Sure.
We needed heavier. We needed heavier tonight.
Yeah, Hoops. I'm gonna need something heavy to knock me out until maybe conference tournament play starts, because I'm pretty I don't know if amused is the right word. I thought maybe apathetic, but apathetic means like you just don't, like, you're completely checked out. You don't care. I'm just like, I don't know if I would ever get there with basketball. I would get there with football.
Yeah.
Which I have, and I've said it here on the show before in years past. But for basketball, like I don't know if I could ever actually reach the stage of apathy. And if I did, I probably wouldn't. If when we text about like, all right, we firing up the mics, I'd be like, just leave me alone. Can't.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have been. Was it last night? 2 nights ago, I get a text from Big Papa. It's just a picture of the microphone with a little like
the
star.
Asterisk that says heavy breathing.
Heavy breathing. Oh yeah, I was right there with you. After the way our teams played on Saturday, it's just.
Hey, maybe this will be a nice little pick me up. Our boy Eric Smith, aka Big Cheese. Once this goes live, this will be his first episode he's ever listened to, and he's been stoked. He found out earlier today that
you mean Eric Smith of God's Country, Powell, Tennessee?
That's trademarked. That's his
one
thing.
And the same.
Yep. If you have a problem with him, he's on Twitter. You can tweet at him. He's actually, I think that's the only social media handle he has.
If you're gonna have one, that's kind of an interesting one to pick.
I mean, it doesn't shock me that that's where he's at, but that's Big Cheese for you. So yeah, again, if you have any issues with him, find him there. Yeah, I'm excited. He found out today that we have a podcast, much like a lot of our friends do. Like, you have a podcast, and I'm like, it's just a thing.
Yeah, it's just a thing. Why don't you promote it? I don't know.
It's not worth that.
I don't know.
And especially when Dee shares in group text a link to our recent episode, and he's like, season 4? Yeah, I mean, it's not like brand new. Why have I not known about this? Whatever, dude. It's fine.
You're here now, I guess. Welcome, Eric.
Welcome, Eric, and all the rest of you, our faithful followers and listeners. Who give a damn whether you're here because you really do love us and you like catching up on some sort of college basketball intake, or you're like arguably maybe our faithful listener, Kelsey Sherrod, who loves to enjoy, at least from my end, enjoys the like sulking aspect of my fandom. Yeah. It's fair.
If you're into Schadenfreude, there's a big word for you, and you like seeing 2 dudes in their early 30s with way more important things going on, be wet blankets about their college basketball teams, this is the show for you, man.
This is you. Welcome in.
Especially this year. Last couple of years, I've not had a lot of that.
No, and that's completely understandable and worth celebrating. It's not, you don't need to run away from it. I'm tired of feeling the way I feel. Now, do I kind of enjoy the pain? Yeah. Like, it's fun. Kind of some sickening stuff behind you enjoying the pain, but
you sicko. You're a sicko.
Yeah, it'll never it'll never run me off, but sure as hell some days I'm like, you're really pissing me off. And I don't know how off the deep end I'm going to go on tonight, but like I might go. We'll see.
We'll see.
But hey,
Did you prepare some notes or anything or
Oh, did I prepare notes?
Oh.
Yeah.
Folks, I'm looking at a page and a half of handwritten. I mean, that's like a detailed letter you wrote to yourself.
Yeah. It's only questions I had after stewing for 2.5 days on what the hell did I just watch? After the Cats played Alabama.
The important questions.
Just smoked. Ran off the floor. Yeah, just some riveting questions that I'll at some point fire off, and we'll touch on that later. I think before we dive in, I think we should touch on a little bit about Big Landscape. What do you think?
I mean, to go much deeper than what Michigan and Arizona are doing right now. I mean, probably particularly Michigan. Let me just give you I mean, you could go back to, of their last, looks like 7-8 games, they beat MTSU 86-61, San Diego State 94-54, Auburn, number 21 Auburn, 102-72, number 12 Gonzaga 101-61, Rutgers 101-60, Villanova 89-61. My Terps, shout out John Gillick, they beat them 101-83, only 18 points. That one. They beat LaSalle 102-50. They beat McNeese 112-71, and most recently beat USC, number 24 USC, 96-66.
So, Hoops, it sounds like they've played 14 games.
Yep.
And out of the 14, they've had 12 of those. They've scored over 100 points. What are you going to do?
Yeah. They are just shattering all of the statistical benchmarks that you could put on a team at this point in the season. Now, have they played anybody yet? Have they really played? I mean, yeah, they played Gonzaga.
Sure.
I was texting and Auburn. Yeah.
But like, how are those teams doing? It's not Michigan's fault for how those other teams play. When they square up,
they are killing everybody.
Yeah, they're doing their job.
But like, we want to talk about Arizona for a second. Arizona, they're smoking everybody too. They smoked Auburn 97-68. Alabama, back-to-back games. Smoked Auburn, smoked Alabama by 21.
Yep.
Abilene Christian beat them by 30-something. San Diego State beat them by 20-something. Bethune beat them by 30-something. South Dakota State beat them by almost 30-something, and then beat Utah by. So they're smoking teams too. And all I'm saying is, you look at what both of them are doing. Those are the two contenders right now. I mean, I think it's fair to say we could also talk about Iowa State. They're undefeated as well. But there's a thing happening with Michigan, and I know statistically they're crushing everyone. But I'm a man who, I wet the beak a little in the gambling streets.
You might dabble.
I might dabble. I might throw a little something. If I bet anything more than $5, I'm very confident about it. So I get very crazy about it. But like right now, I was texting with my boy John Gillick today. Michigan is the heavy favorite to win the national championship. Like it's like it was plus 350. So not great. I mean, that's not worth a bet. That's a bad bet to me. But then you got Arizona, who's actually ranked higher than them in a lot of places we look. They're like plus 850. And I'm like, what am I missing? What is Vegas? What do all these people see that is so much better about Michigan right now than a team like Arizona, who has just as good of a record so far?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm, at times I could have been I could be called a Michigan hater a little bit. I don't know.
No.
I'm just saying, if I was a betting man, and I kind of am, a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm throwing a couple bucks on Arizona at those odds. And that's Bob's Gambling Corner. Brought to you by nobody.
Yeah, and that was talking
No, John Gillick was like, "Hey, throw out a best bet on the pod." So there you go. I guess I'd bet Arizona.
There you go. I personally don't gamble, but I'm a heavy not stickler. I'm a heavy fan of you, whoever you are listening out there. Yeah, you too. If you're like, man, I feel like I should go for this. I'm going to take, sure, bet the house.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Not my money. Put the mortgage on it. Hey, what's the worst that happens? You got to go take out a second one.
It's a great time for that.
As a financial, I guess we're semi-financial advisors, like, don't.
No, I don't know.
Don't do that.
No.
But hey, you know what's your money? Like, if you feel like you're confident and fine losing it, go for it.
Yeah.
Then you can come on the show and talk about how terrible of a bet it was. It's my fault. You said bet the mortgage, and which I said sure, but I also always put out a disclaimer like,
hey, bet responsibly. That's
Yeah.
I think that's what everybody says.
Yeah, there's always a phone number. Call them if you got any issues. Do we need to be on the lookout about Nebraska? They're 15-0. They just won again tonight.
Yeah.
I know we talked about them.
I think they're pretty dang good.
Yeah.
I mean, they've the big wins against Illinois, number 13 Illinois, and then the other night against number 9 Michigan State. And the Illinois win was at Illinois. So I think they're for real.
I think they are too. I think they're putting America on notice. Like, this isn't just this isn't just Nebraska that like, oh, you're kind of frisky.
Yeah.
Should we all be paying attention here? It's like, no, I think y'all are for real. Now,
not that he's the end all be all, but I think we both feel pretty strongly about that Ken Pomeroy. He kind of knows what he's talking about. He still has them down, like he's got them at like 21 right now, which is funny because he's got like Tennessee at 16, which I'm like, oh, dog. This
are we watching the same thing?
This math doesn't feel right to me right now, but that's just something I do think they're for real. I still think they play Purdue. I think that's in a few weeks or in about a week or so. That's a little later in the season. My bad. We'll see. I mean, they got to run in about a month where they've got at Michigan versus Illinois and then versus Purdue a couple days later. So I think that'll be really telling in the Big Ten conference play. But I mean, Nebraska ball. They've never won an NCAA tournament game before.
Big Bill, get in here, dog.
Big Bill.
Come on.
Woo.
I'm not even saying Missouri's not good. Like, they are. Took down Florida the other night. But I'm just saying. Oh, girl. That HOE. Leaving you like that. Leaving you up there like a dog. No, not again. Yep, she's back. She's not back for vengeance, big boy. It's time. You need to hitch your wagon. Just saying. That's my...
Yeah.
That's my 2 cents for Bill. And I mean, anybody else. If you want to bet on a dark horse, maybe. I mean, I don't even know if they're a dark horse at this point.
Yeah.
Hey,
I was
going to say, just random. Can Gonzaga be pushed toward fraud alert? Possible. Maybe that's not fair to them. This is based off of they played Seattle University the other night at home.
Mm-hmm.
I was texting hoops as I was laying on my side in my bed. Dee just beautifully asleep, snoring like a freight train. And I'm sitting there with the covers over my head watching this game, fuming. Because I'm like, you are about to friggin' blow it, Seattle. Do something. Figure it out right here. You got this. Sure enough, you know what they didn't do? Couldn't do it. Ended up going to overtime. Gonzaga wins 80-72. And it just was like, I think it was the part of me that also wanted vengeance for getting a little spanky in Nashville. Like, that was fun to watch. So I was thinking like, oh, come on, Seattle. Like we can do it. West Coast Conference time, baby. You've already got multiple conference games in. You've played several times. Like, let's go.
Yeah.
Take it to them in the kennel. No, never mind. No, whatever. No, and then, of course, Gonzaga, looks like a wagon again, winning by almost 40 points against Loyola.
Yeah.
So, whatever. But
I'm going to lean, maybe just based on the history, that they're probably pretty good. I think they're probably about what now. I mean, they got absolutely smoked by Michigan. But they've got some good wins so far. I mean, really, I think aside from Michigan and besides Seattle, they've really. I guess they kind of had a close one with San Diego State too. But
sure,
I think Gonzaga's probably close to what they normally are.
Well, I'm just saying, if it ever takes a turn, you heard it here first. Which I don't know how that would get out into like big college basketball sphere, but somebody save this clip. You heard it here first. If they end up turning into frauds,
have our producer clip this.
Yeah. So other than that, I don't really have any big other takeaways because SEC conference basketball is here.
Yeah,
finally, to some degree, but also maybe I just want to go ahead and like buzz through it and not watch the next 17 games. But we're gonna do it.
Yeah, we both had a rough start. Should we start out giving the Vanderbilt Commodores any kind of flowers? The undefeated 14-0. I think they're top 10 now. Vanderbilt Commodores.
Yeah, 11th. I mean, maybe there needs to be a conversation about how Vandy's for real.
Maybe. They still are yet to beat a team with a number next to their name. However,
that's fair.
They beat SMU, who went and won, I think, at North Carolina over the weekend. And they beat VCU, who beat Kansas over the weekend. So it's like, okay, if we're going to do the we beat them and they beat them, maybe that means something.
Could be. You're just connecting some dots here.
Maybe that means, yeah. I've got a big bulletin board with red lines all over it. I just feel like a hater so far in this pod, but like,
it's your show.
They play Wednesday night. Alabama, number 13 Alabama is coming to Nashville. That is
9 p.m. baby.
That is
saddle up.
Is Vanderbilt good? Which I think they are. Are they good enough to beat Alabama? We'll see.
I don't know. I mean, Bama's also not healthy.
Nope.
But I don't know. I mean, they handled the Kentucky pretty handily, even though they looked like we'll just throw our second string in there, and Cats look like a JV team in comparison. So that might say more about Kentucky than it does Bama.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Hope our boy Billy's watching that one. He better not go to bed.
Billy. Shout out UCF. Go Knights.
Go Knights.
Our
giving
buddy,
it to Kansas.
Assistant golf coach William Hurt for the UCF Golden Knights. Vanderbilt fan. And we should have given him a shout out for Nebraska. He's a Nebraska fan too.
He is. He doesn't really try to like flaunt the Nebraska stuff. But I mean, like he'll our favorite bit is how worked up he gets about the whole uniform stuff. I think that's what he cares most about.
He's the oldest young person I've ever met in my life. I mean, on the topic of giving flowers, do we need to give the Georgia Bulldogs any bit of love?
Actually,
13-1.
yeah,
Beat Auburn in a thriller on Saturday in overtime, I think. Yeah, overtime.
Georgia might be the most athletic team in the conference, and
Which
I don't know how to feel about that.
we did not have nice things to say about them
No,
coming
I had
into.
hardly anything to say.
Yeah,
about
we were dogging. I say we. I'll speak for myself. I was dogging Blue Cane that we were running it back with Blue Cane. So far, so good for Georgia, man. They that was a good win for them
Maybe
against
Mike
Auburn.
White was like, "All right, my seat's too hot. I gotta figure something else." Quick.
Still unsure what Auburn is right now, but hey,
Do you
good
think
for you, Georgia?
Do you think we're a little bit in the, which I mean, I personally like it just because it's the fun bit about being a fan, but are we almost in the, like, are we overreacting and even underreacting to one conference game? Or do we feel like this is kind of setting the tone for a thing that was like, well, maybe this was always true? Because, like, I was thinking earlier, I thought about presenting what did I say in episode 1 or 2 when I was like, hey, here's my, my tier ranking list, which after I started considering it, I was like, I'm not going to do that to myself because I could already pretty quickly know, like, well, who did I put at the top? And I'm like, well, they're not up there. I sure as hell know who I put at the bottom.
Yeah.
And right now, again, it's one game.
One game. And
you got 8 teams that are 1-0 and 8 teams who are 0-1.
I think especially as we've gotten into conference, but like the weeks leading up to it, it seems pretty evident that the SEC has a lot of good basketball teams and really no great ones.
Yeah.
And at least as of right now, and that this is going to be I think SEC play this year is going to be just a bloodbath. I don't think there's going to be any team that runs away with the conference. It's going to be tight.
Yeah. I think it wouldn't shock me if the winner of the conference had 5 losses.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I could see that.
Normally running away with it in the past was like 4 at most. Usually that kind of separated you pretty easily, other than like maybe whoever was in second place. If you told me first place comes away with 5 or 6 losses, makes sense to me. Wouldn't shock me. But it also wouldn't shock me if there ended up being one team who ran away with it and everybody else is just punching each other for second through 16.
We'll see. As of right now, I don't know who that team is, if there is going to be one. Maybe Arkansas. Yeah. Arkansas looks dang.
It's probably Arkansas, dude. Chicken Man's back.
Acuff is.
He's a beast. Did you see that stat about his last 6 games against ranked opponents?
No, I'm sure they were all really good.
He's averaging over 20 points per game.
Yeah. Saw that live. Yeah, which it was not fun. Looked like an NBA player out there.
Yeah. Shout out Chicken Man. Shout out Darius Acuff, Malik Thomas.
Brazil, Javon Brazil. Oh, gosh.
I don't really know how to obviously I got it all out last year when I specifically would sit down and hate watch every single Arkansas game. I'll still check in.
Yeah.
To be like, how's this game going? But I mean, it's not even, they're not at a level where you're like, ooh, we're going to flirt with disaster on this one. Like, yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. I'm like, I mean, they could go into next game. Who do they play next? They play Tuesday or Wednesday. They play at Ole Miss. Ole Miss, they might stink.
Yeah, they might stink.
And I didn't have nice things much to say about them. I think I had more question marks than definitively these guys are going to be, hot dog water.
Yeah.
But they might show up into Oxford and win by, it wouldn't surprise me if they won by 30 on the road.
Yeah. I mean, so far of all the SEC teams, they've got the worst record overall. They Chris Beard's all pissed off in the press conferences. It's not looking good. Not looking good for Ole Miss.
So, yeah, I think Arkansas is probably your, if you want to say like a definitive number 2, that's who I would put there, and then probably Bama.
Yeah.
I mean, Vandy, Georgia, Bama, Arkansas. That's kind of it.
Hey, you need to vamp for a second. I gotta go put a passy in a baby's mouth real quick.
Yeah, do it.
Dad stuff. 1 second.
Dad stuff. All right, so let's rant for a little bit. I'm going to just admit I don't know what to think about Kentucky. Do I fully just admit that like maybe we suck? Maybe. But I don't know. Like, do they really stink? Is it a consistent pattern of, I'm starting to refer to him, and when I say recently, I mean like in the last, 10 hours, about Mark Pope being referred to as Mark Mope, just mopey. Anytime he is behind the microphone after a loss. And I think it really changed after the Michigan State game. Went off about that. Talked about how he looked like a wet dog, just a sad puppy. So that's just kind of the state of what I'm observing. And if you ask me whose fault it is, I'm going to tell you it's Mope's fault. Like, he constructed the roster. He was given $22 million. He, I guess, at this point, part of me wants to wonder if he's even managing the team. Because he has a staff of professionals. Is he asking for help? Are they helping? I have to imagine they're helping, giving some sort of insight. So, like, what do we do? I don't know. There he is.
Oh, man.
All good? All good?
All good. Came back. My dog was bugging. Needed to go outside. Having some tummy problems lately, so it's like, I could risk it, sit back down, or he might poop on the couch. So
might have to pull another. Hey, I'll be right back.
Yeah. So baby's good, dog's good.
Good. I started to introduce, and I'll try not to do it again later. I said I'm starting to recently refer to as Mark Pope as Coach Mope.
Yeah.
And when I say recent, I said really like in the last 10 hours. This isn't like, since Saturday's presser after the game was over with.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of leaned into that a little bit. It's obviously not hard for me right now in this season of life or just in the last couple of years. So let me ask this. Was there really any other conference games that you felt like you needed to make note of, talk about from Saturday just because it was the first one, or you kind of like, everything kind of went as we thought?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there was really anything other than like the Georgia and Auburn game was fun.
Yeah, that was fun. Some crazy last minute heroics leading to overtime, and
which is exactly what happened back in the spring, technically, of last year.
Yeah, that same thing happened last year. I think it just swung Auburn's way last time. I mean,
yeah,
pretty. Maybe there's something to make of Missouri upsetting Florida. Gosh, what is Florida? They have not looked like a very strong defending champ so far.
Yeah, is Horny Boy, like, is it caught up to him yet? Like, sorry, that's what I had off the top of my head. Is like, hey, big bro, let's get off Snapchat.
Rent's due, buddy.
It's catching up, homie.
Maybe. But Dennis Gates, or as I've seen on
is Gates back?
Burner Ball, Gates of Hell, baby. That's what it's like going up to Columbia right now. Gates of Hell.
He took it serious when it's kind of like when Cal after the 9-16 season, he's like, "Get your jokes in right now. We'll be back."
Yeah.
Except Dennis didn't like emphatically say that on a microphone, but deep down you knew he was like, Get them in now. I know we
Yeah.
lost every conference game. The gates of hell are coming for you.
Gates of hell.
And he's putting the walls of Jericho on everybody. I mean, my God.
Oh, man.
Why does Big Bill get 2 teams? Now that pisses me off.
Oh, hold on.
Pulling a Tom Job. Pulling a Job.
Come on. You're the one here for years
I know.
now
I gassed
him
up.
To be Maryland. You got to go all the way in on Maryland, which can't happen. I got love, but I can't do that.
I'm just so down. I'm just saying, oh man, when you get 2 teams who are actually really good, it feels fun if you got 2 teams and one of them is good. You're like, oh, it's fun. Like I can kind of balance it.
Sure.
You know, I get it. I'm just hurting. I'm hurting people because I'm hurt.
That's fair.
I'll keep gassing. My bad, guys.
I got one last note. On again, this team has not played anybody yet, really. But I keep an eye. Shout out Big Don, Texas A&M Aggies.
Oh, Buckyball impressing you?
11-3 on the season. You know, they've beat some teams you would recognize: Florida State, Pitt, kept it respectable with SMU. Beating LSU. That was a gift of an opening game for conference play. But they're averaging 94 points per game right now, which is 5th in college basketball. And their leading scorer, Ruben Dominguez, is only averaging 13.6. They can
tells me they all score.
They can all score. And of their last 5 games, outside of the LSU game, they scored, which they won 75-72. They've scored 111, 118, 112, and well, I guess an 80 before that. But were they playing anybody? Maybe not. But what we talked about before the season is that that's what they're going to do this year. They're going to shoot a ton of threes. They're going to go really fast. And they're 5th in the nation in scoring, 2nd in assists per game. It's a team effort. Something to watch.
Okay. Shout out Big Don Julio.
Yeah.
Boys. Well, are we going to lean in?
Yeah, I guess it's time. I guess it's time to get sad. I guess it's time to mope.
Moping hour. Here we go. You want the honor of going?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll start.
Okay.
Tennessee Volunteers. It feels so far like a bit of a throwback. This team has made me think of the 2020, 2021 team with Keon Johnson and Jaden Springer, and got lots of talent on paper, 5-star talent, who just would find these games where we couldn't. The rim could not be big enough, and we could not put the ball in it.
Yeah.
And there's a few things to point out. I mean, obviously the Arkansas game, you lose by 11, but with about 10 minutes left, you had a lead, and that's kind of also becoming a little bit of a trend in the Kansas game that we lose, the Illinois game, which all of them, and Arkansas, which we lost decisively. All 3 of those games at about the 10-minute mark, Tennessee has a lead, and then the scoring just stops for 4 to 5 minutes. The other team goes on in each of those games. I think I actually had it pulled up here. But mainly that has happened in pretty much every game we've lost outside of the Syracuse game, which was just a stinker from the jump. So that feels like we're a little bit of a throwback of old Rick Barnes teams that defend well but have these scoring droughts. And that's there is something I think that has to do with the makeup of the team, with what happens so far when Jacoby Gillespie comes off of the court is we just don't have a ball handler. I think Barnes kind of wanted that to be Ethan Berg, the kind of older, he's 23, the dude from Israel, who's more of a shooting guard, small forward, kind of combo guard guy who can handle it a little bit, and kind of hoping Ament can do enough. And I mean, which has led to the next thing is our turnovers are, I mean, at least 10 a game right now. And the third thing, which is hands down the most frustrating of it all, is we suck at free throws. I cannot believe a Rick Barnes coach team is this bad at shooting free throws. As a team right now, let's see, our free throw percentage is.
Did you see that clip of Acuff from Brazil looking at the stat sheet, and it was like a hot mic moment?
Oh yeah,
and they were
talk
like,
about it, man.
Damn,
yeah,
damn, how many free throws did Dude get?
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's so frustrating when you look at almost every game we've lost. Even in some of the games we've won, they've not shot great from this night, but shooting 68.6% as a team from the free throw line. It's just abysmal. Gillespie seems to be the only one who can step up and knock down 2 free throws.
Yeah.
And I mean, some of this is a lot of our offense goes through our bigs. Big men traditionally aren't great free throw shooters. But I mean, Jalen Carey shooting 46.3% from the free throw line.
Come on, beef.
Right now. JP Estrella, who's a guy who can step out and shoot. He can hit threes. He's shooting 66.7%. Akpara, 63.3%. Bishop Boswell, 64. It's like, I hope at practice we're like finishing every practice. Just you got to make 100 free throws before you leave the gym, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so aggravating when you see let's see, go back to the Arkansas game here, that we shot, I think it was like 58% from the free throw line. You lose the game by 11 in a game that you missed. Oh, look at that. You missed 11 free throws in a game that you lost by 11. Shot 12 of 23 from the free throw line.
Shocker.
It's like, it feels like a thing right now with Tennessee of like, I know how good we can be because I watched that Houston game. And that Houston game, we looked like a team that could win a national championship. And then Kansas, Syracuse, Illinois, Arkansas, even bits and pieces of the Loserville game. It's like, it just feels like it's like the details, the discipline things, turnovers and free throws. If we limit turnovers, take care of the ball, and you make your free throws, I think we should have one loss. I think the Illinois game, they shot lights out and probably deserved that win, even though we out-rebounded them like crazy. But you limit turnovers, you make free throws, I guess that's why I don't feel like super doom and gloom, because I just think Rick Barnes is a great coach, and something like that, it's like, that's fixable. That's just like, that's focus. That is just being more mindful with the ball on offense. So it all feels fixable to me. I don't think it's a talent issue. But my biggest concern, has a lot of concerns so far. Nate Ament. Oh, it's been very tough. In the heat of the moment on Saturday, I fired off a text to my boy John Gillick that I might be done with Ament. Like that's stupid. I take that back. That back.
Oh, lean in.
so much of this team was supposed to be, if we're going to do what we should be able to do, it's because we have Jacoby Gillespie, who's a preseason SEC All-American, really, really good get. And Nate Ament, the highest rated prospect Tennessee has ever had. Lottery pick. He's built like Kevin Durant. He's like if you were going to like build a modern NBA prospect, which you'd want them to be, you'd probably want them to be pretty much like Nate Ament.
Mm-hmm.
And he's had a couple games where he's been all right. He's averaging 15 and 6 and a couple rebounds. But we need him to live up to the potential. If we are going to challenge for the conference, if we're going to make any bit of a run into like the second weekend of the tournament, which right now feels like that feels more like the ceiling of this team is a Sweet 16 team. We just need more from Nate. He has looked very shaky. He has looked rattled by the physical play of big D1 college basketball. In the Arkansas game, he had a 10-second violation and a 5-second inbounding violation that were costly turnovers in a tight game like that. He shot 5 of 11 from the free throw line in that game. Airballed the only 3 he took. He did, he had a few moments in the second half. He had 13 points, 44% from the floor, but like it just has to click for him or this team is just not gonna amount to anything. And it's frustrating because on one hand, I do want to acknowledge like he's an 18-year-old kid. It's a lot to ask of an 18-year-old to come in here and be given all the minutes he's been given and the expectations that you're going to be here for a year. You're going to get drafted probably, I would think, 8th at the latest. I mean, I don't know what the draft boards are saying right now if he's taking a little bit of a dip, but I see a kid out there, and then you look at Duke with Cam Boozer or BYU with AJ DeBance, or Koa Pete at Arizona, like all these other, or even just Darius Acuff at Arkansas. Like I see these freshmen, they come in and like they are leading their team. They are not afraid. They even on Tennessee, one of the light spots of the last few games has been Amari Evans, who's also a freshman. He wasn't a 5-star. I think he was a 4-star recruit, so not like a bad recruit by any means. He has slowly but surely, you hear Barnes talk about it like every week in his press conferences, he has earned playing time. And week by week, Amari Evans is getting more and more run. And that's a kid who does not look afraid. He's going out there. He's scrappy, getting rebounds. He shot 7 of 7 in the game at Arkansas. Hit a big 3, 3 rebounds, an assist, 3 steals. Had an offensive that's a fresh that's Nate Ament's. I don't know, maybe they're roommates. They could be. If that guy who's also 18 is coming in and looks unafraid, it's to imagine a world where Nate Ament came in and figures it out and looks that way. I think this team can really do something. But man, until that happens, we just look disjointed. We look way too reliant on Jacoby to carry us. And like I said in a previous episode, this team is not going to go far if we need Jacoby to be scoring 20 plus every game. That's not what he was brought here to do. So there's a lot of ball left. So do I think I was reminded of the Kennedy Chandler season, 4 years ago, when he was the big 5-star point guard coming in here and kind of had a little bit of an up and down season, had a few games where he was showed his promise. And then by like the end of the SEC season and into the SEC tournament, he came alive and showed why he was recruited so highly and was, I mean, the NBA career has not really worked out for him, but like why he was picked up by the Grizzlies and all. So like, I do think there's time for Ament to figure it out, but with every game that goes by that he just looks like a kid out there afraid or hesitant or just it just feels like more and more of a waste to me of like, we have this guy who's so talented clearly and is built to be and blessed with the talent and the physical makeup to be a lottery pick in the NBA, and it's not working yet. I believe it will. I guess I have to believe it will. Also, like playing at Arkansas is not easy. It isn't, and they pulled away late. Tennessee was even despite Ament not playing great. They were in it for pretty much the whole game and had a lead there late, or sort of late. So I think when we play Texas tomorrow night at nice little 9 p.m. tip, I think we're going to unleash on Texas. I think we're going to beat the brakes off them tomorrow night and get a little mojo back before heading to Gainesville this weekend.
Get your lick back, baby.
Yeah, get the lick back. Because Arkansas is really good. Really good.
Yeah.
So I just, come on, Nate.
Come on.
Don't know if you're listening, Nate.
But hey, if you are,
you can do it, man. You can do it.
Hoops believes in you.
Knoxville
believes in you.
Come on.
I think. I shouldn't act like I speak on behalf of Knoxville. But I think, relatively speaking, it's probably true. Everybody's waiting on you to step up. Come on. You're the guy. You have.
If this team's going to do it, it's because of you.
17 guaranteed games left.
Yeah. Yeah.
You'll have one guaranteed conference, but outside of that.
Yeah.
17 games. Here you go. Yep. Come on. My like short answer, 2 cents from my side is like, I feel like the ceiling will pop off if he figures it out.
Yeah. I truly think that's like, I mean, there are other things that like points like we need we need a little more consistency from the big men. Estrella, I think Estrella particularly, I've spoken a number of times about like he has shown he's been injured like twice this year. So like I'm sure he's not at 100%. He's still, I think, on a little bit of a minutes restriction, but him and Carey have shown a few times that they can provide big points. But it doesn't feel like we've put it all together. We did in the Houston game, which is our biggest game of the season. So I know I've seen it. I've seen what it looks like when this team puts it all together. So I think we can do it. But the big the big if is Nate Ament's gotta wake up and
just I'm sure it doesn't sit well when you're like, hey, we all kind of know you're pretty much like a bona fide top 10 draft pick. I mean, I only speak it from just watching 15 years worth of. I've got an obvious like first rounder, if not better, draft pick sitting in front of me. Like, why is it not clicking? Sometimes you see it blossom and you get to watch it unfold the last couple games before they take off. Or if you get lucky, they somehow decide to come back, which I think at this point, I mean, maybe it's more of a conversation people can have because of NIL versus in the past where it's kind of like,
I would love that.
Yeah. I mean, by all means. It would
seems
be shocking if that
unlikely.
happened.
Yeah, it would seem unlikely. Like this didn't go well at all if he's coming back.
It would be interesting to
Another
then hear
year.
like would Deacon like I don't know. But I also don't even want to like speculate on as if like, oh, it's not going to work. Just like get ready, get used to it, because it's like he may not. He may go in against Texas and bring that belt with him and say, "Here we go."
Yeah.
Sorry you showed up tonight.
I will say, speaking of Deacon, one thing he said in his press conference, I guess that was this morning, that just like it was just one of those moments of like, dang, I'm glad this guy's still my basketball coach. But he was talking about, I guess he was asked about what does this team do when, because at some point Gillespie has to come off the court. Right now he's averaging 31 and a half minutes a game. He's got to get. It's a lot. And every time he's off the court, the turnover. It feels like turnover city. Yeah. And Barnes said he started talking about Troy Henderson, who's another freshman. I think he was a 4-star point guard coming in, who's started to kind of creep in and get some minutes. But Barnes said after the Arkansas game that he really regretted not getting Troy in the game when Gillespie was out. And even to the point that he said when they got on the airplane to come back to Knoxville that he went and sat next to Troy and apologized to him. That like, I'm sorry, that's my fault. I should have got you in the game. I didn't. We want to work you in more. And I'm just like, man, this guy's like, I think Rick Barnes is pushing 70 at this point. Like,
yeah,
for a guy to be like, yeah, I messed up. I should have put you in. I'm sorry. We're gonna work to fix it. I'm like, that's like hard to ask for much more than that. And that's what always is gonna give me hope that this team will figure it out.
Yeah.
So just whoop Texas. Horns down. Let's get the lick back. Let's head down to Gainesville this weekend and
take your belt down to Gainesville too.
Pants,
horny boy.
Horny boy. Yeah.
Horny boy's gonna get pants. Woo! And all the ladies gonna get it on Snapchat and be like, uh-oh. All right, well, is everybody ready to put their helmet on, strap in on Big Papa's emotional roller coaster?
Did you already ask some of your questions?
Oh, I haven't touched those yet.
Oh, okay. Do I get to answer these questions?
Sure.
These hypothetical questions. Okay.
Yeah, I would say jokingly, like the crowd gets answered, but yes,
yeah.
You get first dibs on if there's anything you want to respond to.
Sweet.
Once I knock those out. All right, let's set the scene. So Cats going down to Tuscaloosa. Roster report comes out, and guess what? No names for Kentucky. I'm like,
oh, we're healthy. Oh, I even texted you.
We got a full roster.
This looks good. I feel good.
Yeah, you texted me. Hoop said, "How you feeling?"
Stupid. I'm sorry.
And I said, I said, I'm intrigued. I didn't say, like, let's, boot to ass kind of mentality. I was like, I'm intrigued because, like, I've watched what I've watched the last couple games, and beating Indiana felt good. Beating St. John's was your, if you want to say litmus, I don't even know if litmus test is the right word, but just your first taste of, okay, we got everybody back. JQ, he gets some, couple minute reps in. And at that point I was like, there's our first, there's our lotto pick right there. He's been injured, hadn't played in almost a year. And by God, he comes out and he's got some like kinks to work through, but hey, 10 points, getting, 7 or something rebounds. Like, feel great. Jalen Lowe, whatever. At this point, it's just like, let the dude get run and just however much pain management he can take on with his shoulder until it gets to the point where if he gets hurt to such a degree he can't take it, then whatever, he's done. All right, so we got a full roster. We're going to Tuscaloosa, and I'm intrigued. Like, I don't have really any reason to think like this is going to go awful. Like, I think we'll be competitive. Let's see what happens. Well,
sure.
Hey, first 5 points, Cats 5-0. I'm like, we might have something here. I'm got a little itch. I want to scratch it real quick, and then next thing I know, the next 9 points, Alabama. I mean, flipped the damn switch. It almost felt like you got punched one time, you got knocked out, and you look up and you're like, oh, okay. I'm still up, baby. Let's keep fighting. I didn't hear no bell. And it's like, bro, y'all are down 20-something points. Like, what do you mean you didn't hear no bell? Like, your ears are ringing. And from there, just I honest to God thought at one point they would just lay down and quit, like I've watched them do before. I honestly felt similar to the Gonzaga game.
Yeah.
And, final score ended up being 89-74, but it had the feeling of, oh, this might get out of control really quick. And, halftime is 50-34. They know technically this doesn't matter. It's just for context. But they won the second half. But it was like, oh, after 30 minutes, you decided to make defensive adjustments. Like, okay, thanks for finally paying attention and wanting to do something. You tell me Ortega goes for 22. I think Jalen went for 21. I'd be like, oh, okay. But
yeah, sure.
That I would then think tells me like Jalen is initiating offense. He's getting plenty of run.
Yeah.
Ortega's getting to do his thing, which is playing off the wing. He doesn't have to be two guard. You got captain concussion, not having to run point. That's Denzel Aberdeen for anybody who's unaware. So kind of like, okay, well, maybe even Jasper. Maybe Jasper's getting some run. Oh, hell no. Hell no. What's the starting lineup we run? Well, it's none of your starting players. You know who didn't start? Jalen Lowe or Jane Quaidens. All right. Okay. Well, we're off to just a fantastic start. You know who did start was Malachi Moreno. Okay. I can kind of live with that, but whatever. Ortega, as he should.
Yes.
Colin Chandler. I don't know. And I like Colin. I even said after he had that nasty dunk on, I don't even remember what team it was. Early in the season, filthy. I remember sending into our private Discord chat. I said, I'm not going to say another bad thing about Colin Chandler the rest of the season. I quickly take that back. That bonehead throwing up brick 3-pointers left and right like he couldn't throw a grape in the ocean. I mean, my God. Looks like he's forgotten how to shoot. But he hit the first 3-pointer of the game. So again, kind of gave me life.
Yeah.
Don't know why it seems like he's forgotten how to play defense, even though he's played high level basketball for the majority of his life outside of two and a half, whatever years on mission. But okay. Denzel started at point guard, and let's see, Denzel, Colin, Malachi, Ortega, which then leaves, I'm looking at starting lineup, and Mo Diabate. Okay. Well, Mo should. He's probably one of the top 3 players on the team. And Mo Revenge Gang, was on Bama's roster last year, 6th, 7th man. But even after the game, Nate Oates, they got asked about Mo and what do you think, all this stuff. And he only had nice things to say. And he, to some extent, had basically said, Mo's the kind of guy you recruit because you don't have to ask for somebody to show toughness. They either got it or they don't. He had said, for some guys, you can get them from a 2 to a 4 or 4 to a 6. But he's like, guys like Mo, they just got it. When you want a dude who's just a dog, that's it. He's just a bad dude from New York, and he's got his boots on. He's like, all right, let's go kick some ass. You can't really rely on him to be, honestly, you can't really rely on him to be a top 3 scorer. If he goes and gets you anywhere from 8 to 12 points, that's great.
Yeah.
That's his MO. But otherwise, nobody's depending on him to shoot threes. I'm actually asking him to not shoot threes by purely, 1, just watching the way he shoots the ball. But 2, it's hey, statistically, not a good idea. There's clearly a reason why everybody backs off and runs to the rim when you're about to wind up for a 3. Take a note. Okay. So that happens. Got my soy boy Coach Mope over there on the sideline, zero emotion. Meanwhile, Nate Oates is looking like he's on the cheer squad over there, just absolutely gassed up. to 1,000 degrees. And I'm like, man, that'd be nice. Have that over on our sideline. Dang. Kind of wanted that.
Yeah.
So then we go into presser after the game. My boy Mo runs for he ran for 4 minutes, but I did the math. And if you take away Ortega's minute and something change of answer that he gave to one question, Mo talked for 3 minutes at most. Cool. Okay. So we're getting back into this arena where when you win, hey, it's great. I'm gonna be here for 15 minutes. Easy.
Yeah.
And you've got reporters being like, hey, like I got a
deadline to meet.
Like I got a deadline to meet. I gotta put out a story. Come on. But hey, if we lose,
meh.
Nope. Hey, how was school today?
Fine.
Dumb. You learn anything?
What'd you learn? No.
I mean, I'm like, that's what we're at. And I was listening to Matt Jones talk on post game, and he talked a little bit about it again on today's show. He was saying there is if you want to connect the dots here with me, there is some similarities of when Kentucky is not doing well and the coach starts to take this angle on post-game interviews right after the game, talking to Tom Leach on the required by your job radio show on post-game, not the big presser with national media. Like, in theory, you could skip that. It's not a great look, but you could. Yeah. The thing you're required to do with Tom. And then even radio shows when you don't take calls. Like, that's what we're doing. Tubby did it. Billy Clyde did it. Cal started to do it in his last 3 to 4 years. I mean, Cal got to the point where he just skipped the show. Yeah. He just wouldn't even go. Yeah. That's one thing where okay, obviously we're checked out if you're not even going to the show. And nobody's holding you in check. But now Pope is starting to do it. And I'm like, we're midway through year 2.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
And we're midway through year 2 and we're already doing this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if anyone should know better, it should be a Kentucky guy.
Anybody should know better. It is Mark Pope.
This is the University of Kentucky. You don't Tubby, if you lose, okay, go own it.
Own it. You're the guy. Get behind the microphone. And I don't care if you are sad, but you can be sad and intentional and saying we got whipped and it's not okay here.
Yep.
But here's some things I noticed, and I'm hoping that we can carry that into the next game. All right, whatever. We don't even do that. It's just just and everybody's kind of looking around what a terrible answer. And they're giving them softball questions. Some of them are direct.
Yeah.
That, kind of catches them off guard a little bit. And you could tell he's well, and then defends bad coaching, bad play with statistics. I'm like, nobody cares about you talking analytics about what we know is god-awful offense because the ball is stuck. Nothing's happening. No initiation. We go 4 of 19 from 3. And yet you continue to say, hey, we have pretty good pick and roll action going on. I'm like, nobody cares.
Big thumbs up for you there, pal.
The picture
it's a good number. Yeah. Good.
Nobody cares.
Fun fact. Well, and so I only watched a minute or two of this game. Yeah.
Watched any of it.
Yeah. But I saw a thing today of Oates or somebody on Alabama talking about how when Kentucky was on offense and they would dump it down in the paint, that they're double him right away because you know what? He's not going to dish it out to an open 3-point shooter. For some silly reason, they're not going to do it. So every time it gets dumped down in the post, go double him.
Let me check that off of my – well, actually, I'll leave it there. So,
sorry.
No, it's okay. I didn't specifically – no, it's great. It leads into I need to get here because you are correct. That was one of the direct quotes, and I've learned with Nate, which is he's not bad mouthing. I think that his approach is more just
like matter of fact,
straight, just straight talk. That's just
yeah,
his demeanor. Just kind of like, it is what it is. I'm not
my fault. The fact looks bad on you.
Right. If anything, he's
fact.
actually just saying out loud what analytical basketball approach is, which is, hey, you know what? Interesting. I watched the game. I'm noticing my eyes tell me something different than what the stats tell me. Hey, staff, and this is what he said.
Yeah.
I had the staff pull any team, what we would say is just a power conference game, meaning like a team with a pulse, not named Kentucky State, whatever hoop team. It's like, hey, excuse me, do me a favor. Pull the assists from those games. Don't worry about the assists from those other games. And he is correct. Any team they played that had a pulse, anytime the ball was thrown into a big, so this is 13 games, they had 7 assists from their big men. 7. Is that good or bad, Hoops? What do you think?
Not good.
That's not good.
That
means when the big men get the ball down in the post, you know what they're doing? They're trying to score. They have no wherewithal about them, nothing processing through their brain of maybe I'm making a move to actually throw it to my boy in the corner because I've now got a double team coming my way.
Yeah.
Or my guy right here in front of me has made a move behind his defender and he's wide open to 3. Maybe I should kick it out for a wide open 3. Don't care if they miss it. Even if they miss it, I get an opportunity to go rebound the ball, maybe get the ball back in the hoop.
Yeah.
I got an opportunity. But no, instead, put my head down like I'm a bull in China shop, and I end up like dribbling it off my freaking foot or knee like an idiot. God, like a Neanderthal out there.
Yeah.
And they end up turning it over or doing something stupid. Got BG doing like sky hooks, and it hits the side of the backboard. And those are the moments you're like, well, I was really hoping it's Brandon Garrison time, but instead I've got a 6'10" fifth grader playing basketball right now. So this is fun. All right. I have on my sheet, I'm going to burn through what I have written down. It's just essentially questions that I was like, you know what? This is what I'm thinking. I've got to write it down and get it out. So post-game thoughts.
Knock them out.
Here we go.
Knock them out.
Here we go. First one.
Tee it up.
Why would we go under every ball screen against Alabama? We know they shoot threes. They are top 3 in both attempts and makes. Why would you go under a screen?
Want to know how many threes they shot?
They shot 39. You know how many of those they made? They made 15. They made 15 threes.
Yeah, let's go under every screen. Good question.
You think go under the screen? Okay. Next one. Why do we not start our best players with a full roster available? I don't know. Couldn't be me. Why does Cam Williams, who, by the way, made 8 threes last game, I know it was against Bellarmine, but he made 8 threes. Why does Cam Williams only get 6 minutes in the first half run and then garbage minutes in the second half? I would say don't look at the box score. That can be deceiving because box score says, oh, he got 16 minutes.
Yeah.
He had 6 in the first half, and that was late. Then he had 10 and didn't come in until about 10 minutes through the second half. Okay. Why do players constantly yell at each other during timeouts? Do we even like each other? This is fun. And I only know that because of being in Discord. Shout out. Why is JQ's dad tweeting about how his son is being used incorrectly?
No. He's played in what, 3 games for this team?
Yeah. No. Why does Pope only do 4-minute pressers after the game? Sorry, less than 3 if you don't count player answers. Hey, why is Pope an ass to Tom Leach in postgame radio after losses? Context, Tom, what did you say to the boys in the locker room? A lot. Tom, what did you say to work on specifically before the Missouri game? That's a long list. Okay. Why does Pope refuse to hire a general manager? Why does Pope, I'm getting ahead of myself. Why am I supposed to not be upset that in Pope's first 60 games, he has the same record as Billy Clyde? Take that into consideration. He is 500 against teams with a pulse. He now has taken 10 double-digit losses. 8 games have been down by 20 points or more. And I then drew an arrow and I said 4 of those games have been this year alone against ranked teams. And I said, is that okay at Kentucky? Am I not supposed to be upset?
Is the standard still the standard?
My last 3 questions. Funny you mentioned that word. I said, when asked about starters, Pope said, yeah, we were good in the first minute. Then we hit a wall. So I said, okay, so subbing Low and JQ in is a better option with slow start. Like, it's just a better idea to not start them. Like, what's the point of subbing them in a minute and a half after the half starts? Yeah. What's the point? Just start them. You think a minute and a half of them coming off the bench is going to do it? Whatever, because like setting the tone, setting the pace, guess it doesn't really mean anything. But then like I watch the first half where you scored the first 5 points. Then all of a sudden, bang. Next 6 minutes, you know how many points they score? 0. So by the 14-minute mark when they have a timeout and Low and JQ come in, they haven't scored. Okay. Nate Oates pointed out our bigs only have 7 assists when they get the ball down low. Does Pope and company know about that? Did they know until Nate mentioned it? Were they like, oh, yeah, that's a good point. Did y'all know that? All right, last one. Am I wrong for having standards? Do I just need to start taking more hot girl walks for my mental health instead of watching?
Those are some good questions.
There's probably too many, but that's just what I had to like burn out.
I don't know. Those are some good questions.
You can approach any of them. You don't have to approach any at all. I
think everything with Kentucky. I just go back to like how all that was put into this team money wise versus what last year's team was. That was so much more fun to watch, fun to like know they weren't like they didn't have all this top tier elite talent, but like they knew what they were. It felt like they played as a team and they played to their strengths. And it just like, man, what happened? What happened to that? What happened to like? I don't know. Man.
I think the smart guy who's in charge thinks he has to take on all of the task by himself and not ask for help. And so he was given a bag of $22 million and was like, okay, here you go. You know,
I've got to spend it.
Do your thing. Spend the money. It's not my money. I got to use it. And you went and overcorrected because you played guys like Alabama and Nate Oates that objectively you were competitive with last year. Mm-hmm. You just didn't have the defense. You're like, well, I got to beat them by points. I got shooters. So, of course, last year was fun because we were not the most talented team, but we could shoot the piss out of the ball.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when we played Alabama, it was like, well, I mean, like whatever. If we end up losing 105-98, then like, so be it. Means we shot. And
it just seems like the natural thought would be, well, here's the thing that we're really good at. And like, we know we can get guys who can do that well. Why on earth would we want to like sacrifice the thing that helped us succeed the most to try to do something else that we're also not good at? That we it doesn't make any sense.
Can I also show you a picture? Maybe this kind of gives some context too. So what's that t-shirt say?
That's Mark Pope in a t-shirt that says whiff and whiff and whiff and whiff and whiff.
So that is a callback to Cal from last year when he got Reed and Rob, and so on. And that is talking about Mope's recruiting habits, which is you continue to whiff on any big name. So to compensate for all of your misses, you went and got guys who were bench players that we've hashed out here, or at least I have in depth. Yeah. And there's a reason why Denzel Aberdeen was the 6th man at Florida. Did he win a championship? Sure. He contributed. He also had 3 dudes in front of him that are all in the NBA. So when you overcorrect because you think if I want to keep up with Nate Oates and them not blistering us from the 3-point line, I'm going to get tough as hell dudes who's going to lock guys down on defense. And you know what still happened? Spanky. Nate Oates. The boys gave it to you again. And honestly, if Jalen Lowe didn't play, I'm like, you probably got beat by – you'd get beat by 40. And so I'm like, well, maybe Bama's the only – well, maybe Vanderbilt. We'll see. But I was going to say maybe Bama's the only team as of now that you experience something like that, which is your roster hopefully is built in a way that if you're wanting to play defense and your offense is not going to fit and be ran effectively like the way you did last year and all the other years like you've done at BYU, like you've got to run chicken man offense, which is, I mean, hey, when you got athletes, chicken man offense works. It always works when you got athletes. But when you don't, buddy, it's terrible. Like, yeah. So I'm frustrated because I think that he doesn't know what he wants to run. Guys don't trust him. You've spent money on dudes that, quite frankly, can't shoot the ball. And any of the dudes who can shoot the ball, they're not even playing.
Yep.
I'm not even saying Trent Noah should play. Quite frankly, he hasn't really shown anything. When he gets out, he looks like he's scared to shoot the ball. And he's getting paid a lot of money to shoot.
He's saving that for the Tennessee game.
Yeah, that's right. Mount Mamba coming out party, like, all right, been holding it in.
He'll light us up for sure.
Cam Williams, like, it's not like he was objectively just some great phenom coming out of Tulane, but like he hit 8 threes. You knew he had something in his bag.
Yeah.
Like, all right, whatever. Well, we just won't play him. Okay, great idea. So that's kind of where we're at. And I think for a lot of us, I'm just like, I know the gap got closed pretty quickly when it came to NIL. So what was always elite outside of maybe a Florida or a Tennessee, you kind of like pick one team every other year of who basically lives at the top. So and then NIL comes into play, or even like a smidge before that, and like teams quickly close the gap on like, oh, hey, you're not that much better than us. Like you're good, but not that much better. Now it's like even playing field by all means. And I think that there's the piece of like, oh, we're not big bad Kentucky anymore. It's not what we were used to. We're not used to having to look at ourselves and be like, oh, we're not fun to watch. Our coach is miserable to listen to. Like, we just suck. Even though we got pieces, we're not fun to watch. So what changes? I don't know. I really don't. And of course, I've made my comments here and in the burner, basket review. There's plenty of other people who, give their point of views, and I'm trying to listen more rather than being like, oh, you idiots, like you wouldn't understand, which there's plenty of them who are like, if you give your opinion, a Kentucky fan will somehow find it in here and be like, you don't understand. You haven't won 8 national championships. And part of me's kind of like, yeah, you don't, but they're not wrong. One of them had said, the problem is if you potentially run the risk of, hypothetically, a disaster season, you win like 7 or less conference games. Like, does there have to be a serious conversation because of all the things I talked about don't change? Still moping behind a microphone, doesn't really get his crap together. Yeah. Do we just need to pull Billy Clyde and say, it's a bad move? We thought it was good. Seemed a good move, but it just didn't work out. Are we then treading water into getting into like the revolving door Indiana type mindset? Yep. And that, I will admit, that scared me for a hot second because I was like, well, we've joked about this idea of like, we're becoming Indiana, like right in front of our eyes. I'm thinking like, we're not, like, stop, pump the brakes. Like we've literally won we've won a title since the turning of the age in 2000. We had 3 other opportunities when we were in the Final Four or the title game.
Yes. Yeah.
Indiana hadn't sniffed that.
No. Y'all were in the Sweet 16 last year.
But my point, like, it just was like, oh, I do get the, like, maybe some fire alarms are going off of would a coach be willing to be like, oh, is that the norm now? Like, y'all just go 2 years and if like just, but I don't know. I think I just see it more from the perspective of, is the job just like too big
for Pope or
Yes.
for anyone?
No. I think, in my opinion, I think you need an MFer in this job.
Go get Dan Hurley.
You don't have to tell me twice. But, whatever. He
go get the
apparently we tried.
Was it the Notre Dame coach that tried to fight the ref the other night?
You're saying we should go get him after he
choke him
chased off the refs at
Micah
California?
Shrewsbury, I think it is.
I don't even know who supposed dude would be at this point. I mean, I have my short list. Dee Dee asked me. She said, well, I mean, like, who's on your list? My boy down in Texas Tech, McCollin.
Yeah.
TJ
Otzenberger.
Yeah, from
Iowa
State. Nate Oates, which that's just, he's not going to leave. Who's my fourth? If I remember it, I'll say it. But
Patino.
No.
Patino.
St. John's is pissed at him. They want him gone.
Patino. Gosh, it would be so good if Rick Pitino came back to Kentucky. You would love it. I
would eat it up. I would. Comes back to Camelot. He would eat it up. Yeah. He'd be like, this is the best thing ever. I get to die in blue. Bury me on the mid court. Dang it. I'm trying to think who was my. I don't remember at this point.
Mark Byington?
No.
Vandy?
I mean, he's good, but no. Maybe it's Danny. That was just more of like, if you could even talk him back into it. Oh no, Dusty May. I'm sorry, but I don't think he would leave Michigan.
Ugh.
He's crushing it in Michigan, but I don't know. There's the part, like, as much as I think it'd be hard for him to leave Michigan. There's always the component of like, yeah, but you know who's calling you, right?
Yeah.
That's what kind of get like. Don't matter if it's Kansas, Duke, Carolina, Kentucky. I'd even say like maybe UCLA at this point. Probably hard for me to see it, but I could.
Yeah.
Or UConn. I'm kind of like, if any of those 5 to 6 schools call you, you're telling me you wouldn't listen?
You take the call. Yeah.
You just take the call.
Yeah.
You can still say no.
Yeah.
You take the call. So that's my 4. I'd probably put Texas Tech boy up there as like option 1.
Wow.
That'd be my first call.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm not throwing that out. If you've made it this far into the show, thank you, of course, for listening. I'm just saying that's not scoop.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I have learned behind the scenes. If he ever got that phone call, it's been said they're ready.
What are we waiting for?
It's been said behind the scenes that if he ever got the phone call, there's not a hesitation of like, well, I don't know. I really need to think. It's like, okay, it's go time. Let's hit the road. Head to Lex. So I don't know. I mean, in reality, does he still get another year? Probably. I'm starting to wonder, unless something takes a significant change, am I going to feel like I did with Cal? And especially Skidmark? Like, am I going to feel the way I do, which is nothing gets me excited about, unless you go recruit, but you don't have any recruits signed up.
Yeah.
Does it matter how much money you get? Does it matter if you even have $50 million? Like, you've got no recruits lined up. So, like,
oh no!
All right, roller coasters pulled back in. I'm done.
Okay.
Everybody take your helmets off.
What a ride!
Everyone's like, oh, yeah. I'm gonna leave the park and go home after that one.
Yeah. Well,
That's all I got.
that's all I got. We didn't talk about this ahead of time. You have any dogs or donkeys you want to talk about?
Oh, cripes.
I didn't even prepare anything for this.
No, not the moment. Well, actually, no. I got a dogs of the week. Just shout out teachers. Winter break, you're back. Thanks for locking in.
Thank you.
Whether you
should be paid $100,000 a year
minimum, $100,000. Yeah, we're back. So I'm not upset. Got one kid back in school. Hallelujah. I mean, I love my kid, but like,
yeah.
See you this afternoon when you get home.
Yeah.
God, donkeys of the week. I think everybody's safe at the moment.
Everybody's
Nobody
safe?
Really.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll live another week.
A quick dog is giving the one bit of hope I have in Tennessee basketball right now. Amari Evans, keep doing your thing, keep crashing the boards, keep being unafraid. Inspiring work, Amari Evans. Other dog of the week. My wife, Erin. She is kind of relaunching. I shouldn't say kind of relaunching the bacon biz. Logan Sweet Treats. You want some cupcakes? You want a cake? You want macarons? Look her up. The best I've ever had.
I can say with confidence.
Yeah.
As somebody who has consumed many.
Yeah.
Banging.
No misses. They're damn good.
No misses.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
Hope it pops off quick. Hard to imagine it wouldn't. Everybody's just kind of been like, "Are we back?
Yeah.
Are we back?"
I'm with you. I think I've been negative enough in this episode. I don't need to add any donkeys.
I wish I had a donkey. I need to.
I'm sure there is one sitting out there.
Somebody. I could say Mope, but he's already.
That's a given. That's a given. He's standing donkey every week.
King Donkey until you decide to get off the saddle, big boy.
Yeah.
Cripes. All right.
That's it.
Look at us putting in work. All right. Cheers to us. Cheers to you all if you made it this far. Thank you for listening. I'm Big Papa.
Bobby Hoops. Go Vols.
Cats. Scratch them. See ya.